All right, all right, all right. Robots are ready. Let's launch them in 3, 2, 1, go!
With match number 3, drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Our robots getting ready to put their cargo up. We've got 2 pieces of Blue Alliance cargo and 1 going to the game announcer. That will not get you any points, Red Alliance, I am sorry. But you have points in my heart. Real-time score shows a tie as we enter teleoperated mode between these 2 evenly matched alliances. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 7414, the Pride of Perk. They're having a little bit of difficulty getting around, as are their partners 1647. Iron Devils having some communication issues. Their robot moving slowly. That could be an advantage to the Red Alliance, but it's still early. It's still very much anybody's game. 2 pieces of cargo up. Cyber Crusaders 272 from downtown. Velocity also helping out on there. Now it's time to track down the cargo. It seems to be missing someplace on the tarmac. 1807, you are cleared for a piece of cargo. So close. As we have 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in this match, still very even. Piece of cargo high up. These robots make it effortless to shoot in, but there's a lot of possibilities for cargo to bounce out. Redbirds making it look effortless with another 2 pieces of cargo for blue. At 62-26, the Blue Devils, they're able to get 1 piece of cargo in for the Red Alliance. That'll get them 2 points in that high goal. A beautiful bank shot by Lansdale. Cyber Crusaders, they're able to get 1 piece of cargo in for the Red Alliance. As we approach 45 seconds remaining. Blue Devils for red, Redbirds for blue, both getting a piece of cargo up into that upper hub. As we approach the end of the game, teams trying to line up. Over by the hub, 7414, Retrobotics trying to make their way back to the hangar, but Velocity not letting them. Meanwhile, their partners, Redbird, they're on the high rung, trying to traverse all the way up with 13 seconds remaining. For the Red Alliance, Blue Devils, 62-26, trying to make their way with 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
74-14 with the high shot just off the mark. Remember, these first 15 seconds are autonomous mode. All of these robots are being operated independently, either by pre-programmed instructions or sensor input. Teams can use some retroreflective tape. If you see green glows coming from robots, those would be their vision processing cameras. For example, Team 1640 with those 2 pieces of cargo just off the mark, but they're using that camera to line up their turret to be able to score. Meanwhile, Robotics are able to get 1 piece of blue cargo up into the upper hub, as do 1640, giving blue a slight advantage. It's still a lot of time left in this match. Over by the red terminal, Cruising Comets loading up from their human player. Very elegant solution if you take a look. They're able to get the piece of cargo from their human player, drive up to the lower hub, and dump it in. And that'll get them a point. Just off the mark this time, though. 27-20, that's Red Watch having a little bit of an issue for the Red Alliance. We'll see if we can get them back functioning in time for this match. Meanwhile, Robotics up and over, unfortunately not in the upper hub. Same with Metal Moose for the Red Alliance, Team 1391, as we are under 1 minute left to play in this match. Metal Moose, once again, just a little bit too much power for their cargo. It'll get there fast, it'll get there on time, but it's not in there for 2 points. Meanwhile, 2 beautiful shots by 1640 Sabotage and their partner 4373 Robotics. That whistle means we are at the end game. Hangar protections are enabled for any robots in their respective hangars. 1391, have you ever seen a moose climb? They're doing it on the mid-rung, joined by their partner Cruising Comets. They're going to line up again, see if they can get up. Meanwhile, on the Blue Lions, swinging high, 1640. Oh my lordy, they're joined by their partners Robotics. Ken 7414, Retrobotics with 2 seconds remaining, make it a trifecta. They're able to get in.
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 14. This is a bragging rights match, state versus state. We've got 3 teams from Pennsylvania on the Red Alliance, with 2 shots on the high goal from 1391, the Metal Moose. The upper hub gets 2 pieces of cargo from the Jersey Alliance on blue. 5684, the Iron Mechs helping out. It's a Will of the Delaware. Scrapple versus Pork Roll. Because it's Pennsylvania versus Jersey, Carol. That's the... Quick shots by 5684. The Iron Mechs, 2 pieces of cargo in the upper hub. That'll get them 4 points for the Blue Alliance. Their partners, Heights by 7110, able to get a piece into the lower hub for 1 point. Real-time score shows the advantage to the Red Alliance. It's still anybody's game. A beautiful high shot by the Metal Moose. Meanwhile, Iron Devils not letting them have a fair fight. Trying to block that shot. No good. Iron Devil is able to shoot way over the... Metal Moose able to shoot over Iron Devils. Another high shot by the Iron Mechs. Meanwhile, Heights by 7110, quickly and quietly grabbing another piece of blue cargo, making their way over through the tarmac, trying to line up, and it's in the lower goal. Over by the red tarmac, the Iron Devils playing a devilishly defensive game. Metal Moose able to advance past them, flying down towards their hangar. They want to line up with 45 seconds remaining to be able to climb onto those rungs. A beautiful shot by Femtech Fatale using that catapult mechanism to be able to get cargo into the low goal for the Red Alliance. But once again, that's Iron Mechs with 2 more pieces of cargo in the upper hub. And a third just as soon as it takes me to say that. Taking a look over at the red hangar, that's Team 1391 Metal Moose on the Traverse Bar. If one of their teammates can join them, and it looks like 709 Femtech Fatale in the mid-rung with 7 seconds remaining. That would be good for an additional ranking point. Over on the Blue Alliance, 5684 Iron Mechs able to.
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
As qualification match 20 is underway, Miss Daisy for the Blue Alliance is able to trying to corral that 1 piece of cargo into the low goal. A nice far shot by the human player from the Krypton Cougars as drivers take control. Team 5113 Combustible Lemons did not make it in time before the aircraft doors closed and sealed to begin this match. And once those aircraft doors close, they cannot be reopened until the plane has landed. They have 2 very strong partners in this match in Krypton Cougars 2539 and 423 Simple Machines. Real-time score shows an advantage to blue, but it's still a very long match. Krypton Cougars lining up just off the mark as they get a little bit of a bump from Team 7414. That's Retrobotics out of Collegeville, PA. Over by the blue tarmac, 423 Simple Machines trying to keep Miss Daisy out of the way. Miss Daisy elegantly makes their way like the vined menace they are to score into the upper hub as their partner 708 Hatboro-Robotics able to do the same. Just over 1 minute remaining into this match. We've got 2 pieces of cargo into the lower hub from Daisy. An excellent shot by Hatboro-Robotics to help him out as well. We've got lots of fun over on the blue side of the field. 423 Simple Machines tracking down some cargo, helping keep it away from the Blue Alliance. An interesting strategy. You can't score if you can't get to the cargo. Just over 30 seconds remaining. We've got teams deciding, you know what? We're done with the hub. We're going to the hangar. We're just going to hang out for the remainder of the match with 24 seconds remaining. On the Red Alliance, 2539 Krypton Cougars on the high rung. See if they can get themselves to traverse. With 15 seconds remaining over on Blue Alliance, 708 on the mid rung, 341 on the high. 2539 Krypton Cougars hanging on by a thread into the mid rung with 3, 2, 1. All 3 robots on the Blue Alliance.
Here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 26 is underway with some high-flying cargo from the Blue Alliance. We've got 3 strong teams from the Blue Alliance, not to be outdone, 3 strong teams from the Red Alliance. That quick shot from 1218 SCH Robotics after they taxied. Real-time score gives a slight advantage to the Blue Alliance as drivers take control. From these 6 teams, we see some incredible strategy, not just in developing the robot, but also as we get to marketing and designing and planning, as these robots become a second member of these teams' families. This year, 1218 SCH Robotics for the Red Alliance, as they track down their cargo, they've named their robot Heather, after Dr. Heather Lubell, who helped SCH Academy weather the COVID-19 crisis in her honor. On the Blue Alliance, going back to the blue tarmac, making their way across the field, Team 2607, the Fighting Robo Vikings. Their robot this year is named the Finnegan. What started off as a team joke because, well, they happen to have a lot of people named Finnegan on their team. And somebody decided to CNC the Finnegan on the robot. So if you want to claim a new name for Fighting Robo Vikings robot, just CNC it onto the device. Over 1 minute remaining in this match. 2 shots of cargo up off the mark by 12-18. Fighting Robo Vikings in and out for their first, but the second piece of cargo goes in. That'll get them 2 additional points. A great high shot by SCH Robotics. But to their 1, Fighting Robo Vikings respond in kind. Blue Devils currently ranked 2nd, also placing a piece of cargo in the upper hub. Over on the Red Alliance, 709, Femtech Fatale from the Agnes Irwin School. Their strategy is, with 30 seconds remaining, they're going over to the hangars. They want to make themselves in the hanging zone, get those additional bonus points. As their partners, 12-18 SCH, they're on the mid-rung, trying to make their way up to the high. A great shot by Fighting Robo Vikings. That's 1. 2 more pieces of cargo with 8 seconds remaining. Will SCH be able to traverse from the high with 3, 2, 1? Not enough. They'll get points for the...
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 34 underway. Team 7414 Retrobotics just off the mark with being able to place their cargo high. Height spikes for the Blue Alliance. They score 1 in the upper hub. Second one followed up. That gives the Blue Alliance a slight advantage between cargo and taxiing bonuses. We've got 6 very elegant machines. Height spikes for the Blue Alliance, Team 7110, getting 2 pieces of cargo in. Meanwhile, 7877, Fast and Noisy, that's the Neurobrights, making their place known on the field. They've got 1 piece of cargo in. Over on the Red Alliance, we've got Team 5457, the Falcobots, tracking cargo down the field. They want to make it easier for their partners to be able to pick it up and place it into the lower hub. We're seeing that strategy work out as 7414 Retrobotics places 1 piece of cargo in the lower hub. Combustible 11's having a bit of an issue. Our FTAs are taking a look at it. It's still a lot of time left in this match on anybody's game. Alternating current with their strategy we've seen several times during the day. They're taking their time. They want the additional points from hanging on the traverse rung. So they're going to take that time. They're making their way mid, almost at the high with 50 seconds remaining. This may come down to the hanging robots as the difference in this match. Neurobrights for the Blue Alliance just off the mark with 2 pieces of cargo. Height Spikes following them up. Same thing, just not close enough. 30 seconds, that sound means that the hangar zones are now protected. Alternating current for the Blue Alliance, they're on the high rung trying to traverse. Neurobrights, they're up. Can Height Spikes join them on the Blue Alliance with 15 seconds remaining. Retrorobotics trying to get in place for that mid-rung. All 3 Blue Alliance robots are up with 6 seconds remaining. As the clock descends, Retrorobotics ascends onto the mid-rung.
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 41 underway. We've got 4 more matches to go on this, our qualifying day. 2 excellent shots on the high goal, just off the mark. It takes a lot of finesse to be able to get into the upper hub, but a great shot at the end there by Robo forces human player into the lower hub as drivers take control. Slight advantage to the Red Alliance, but it's still anybody's game. 708 Hatboro Robotics chasing down their blue cargo. Thank you for the handoff, I appreciate it. An excellent shot into the upper hub for 2 points for the Blue Alliance. Meanwhile, Retrobotics on an impact course with the anomaly of 816. It's a good old pushing match between the 2 robots. 816 Anomaly trying to make their way, protecting their partner 708 Hatboro Robotics, who's got 1, 2 shots into the upper hub. Meanwhile, 7414 has to be careful. They have 2 pieces of blue cargo inside of their robot. That's a foul, unfortunately. Great shot by 5684 Iron Mechs. Unfortunately, it does not stay in the upper hub. With just over 1 minute remaining in the match, all the robots descending on the hub to place their cargo. That's 2 great shots for the Red Alliance. That'll get them 4 more points. Hatters respond with 2 points of their own from cargo in the upper hub. 7414, they've got some strong strategy over here. That's our friends from Perk Valley. That whistle means we've got 30 seconds remaining in the match. RoboForce showing why they're one of the top-ranked teams so far in qualification rounds, getting an additional piece of cargo in the upper hub. Don't count out Normality 0, 2559. They're raising their hook to get towards the hanging zone. With 8 seconds remaining, 708 pulsing their way to the mid-rung with 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 46 underway. First to score in the upper hub, that's 7414 Retrobotics. They're from Perkiomen Valley High School over in Collegeville. We've got cargo flying high during this autonomous mode. As a reminder, during autonomous mode, all the instructions given to these robots are either pre-programmed or by sensor input. As drivers take control, 4 quick cargo in the upper hub from the Red Alliance, courtesy of Velocity and Robotics, followed quickly by 2 from Blue. Just off the mark is Retrobotics. It's in, but then bounces out. A little too much pepper on that shot. 2180 zero gravity, making those pieces of cargo weightless into the lower hub. Another 3 shots from Retrobotics and 0G up into the upper goal, into the upper hub, excuse me. A minute 30 left to play in this match. These teams are driving all across the field. An interesting strategy by Velocity and Neurobrights, trying to keep as much blue cargo away from the blue robots as possible. Meanwhile, Neurobrights for the Red Alliance, 7877, they're able to track down a piece of red, place it into the lower hub for 1 point. For the Blue Alliance, Zero Gravity and Krypton Cougars place a total of 3 into the lower hub for 3 points. Not to be outdone, Velocity 1 and high, Neurobrights 1 in the lower hub. A great shot by Robotics for the Red Alliance with 46 seconds left in this match. From deep within the Blue Alliance territory. Lining up, Robotics, they've got a clear shot if they can just track it down. A little off the mark with that shot. We're at 30 seconds as we see robots starting to reach high into the sky in their hangar area. Krypton Cougars first off the ground, 2539. They're on the mid-rung. They effortlessly go over to the high. Can they hit the traversal rung with 13 seconds remaining? 10 seconds remaining. 2539, Krypton Cougars on the traversal rung. Their partners, Retrobotics, on the mid for Blue.
And we are good to go. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
We have several teams taxiing their way out of the tarmac. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of cargo. 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of cargo into that upper hub. Forget about supply chain issues. Just send these 6 teams. They'll solve the world's problems. As drivers take control, slight edge to the Red Alliance. Cyber Crusaders just off the mark. Meanwhile, their partners, 365 Miracle Workers with 2 good high shots, as does Retrorobotics into the upper hub. Yes, I hear you, Fighting Robo Vikings. I know your robot wants attention. So I'm going to gaze at it as it goes into the blue tarmac, picks up a piece, ow, of cargo. This is why we wear safety glasses next to the field, folks, because cargo can go awry. Two great shots by the Fighting Robo Vikings, followed up just off the mark by Velocity. Direct current, a little short on that piece of cargo. They're going to grab another piece and track it down. Meanwhile, Miracle Workers performing their best cycling. They've got another piece of red cargo, just a little too much pepper on it. Another excellent set of volleys by Velocity 5420 with under 1 minute remaining for the Blue Alliance. And there's Retrobotics from Perk Valley. They've got an additional piece of cargo in the upper hub. 45 seconds remaining in this match. Miracle Workers making their way back to the hangar. They want to go for that traversal. Meanwhile, being most efficient with their time, Fighting Robo Vikings for Blue and Velocity, getting additional shots off. Direct current just off the mark, but Velocity able to get another piece of cargo into the upper hub. Over by the red hanging station, 365 with their robot Lightning Mo Green hanging onto the high bar. Retro Robotics on the mid. With 10 seconds remaining, can Cyber Crusaders join them in the air? 5 seconds remaining, we've got two blue robots hanging, 3 red robots in the air. And a last minute shot by...
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 53 underway. The Blue Alliance has cargo flying fast and furious. They're able to get 2 into the upper hub. Meanwhile, Petty, one of our top robots in ranking so far, they make their way back towards the tarmac, off the tarmac towards the terminal with 2 additional pieces of cargo in the upper zone. As drivers take control, Blue Alliance has the advantage. 27-20, Red Watch waiting for their move. They make a move towards FalcoBots as they try and get additional pieces of blue cargo. Meanwhile, 816 Anomaly, they've got 2 pieces of cargo in their turret. They're lined up. They've got 1, 2 in the lower hub, followed by 2 pieces of cargo from Zero Gravity. Not to be outmatched, there's cargo flying high for the Blue Alliance. Red Watch, once again, they've got their arms outreached, trying to track down that blue cargo. They're able to have it by the blue tarmac. Once again, Zero Gravity, they've got in a successful cycle, getting 2 pieces of cargo. Interesting, right by their intake, they've got 2 googly eyes. I think that's definitely helping improve their drive. If not, their swag, certainly. As they get 1 more piece of cargo in the lower hub, with 1 minute remaining in this match, real-time scores still shows the advantage to Blue. It's still anybody's game. Blue Alliance making themselves known. Petty pushing Anomaly out of the way for 2 additional shots in the Blue Alliance. Red Watch is climbing. They're on the mid-rung. It looks like they've only got 1 of their hooks secured. That's going to make it difficult to climb any higher with just over 30 seconds remaining in this match. 3 more pieces of cargo flying high from Retrorobotics and Petty for the Blue Alliance. Meanwhile, FalcoBots over on the red. They're reaching high and they're up on the mid-rung. Their partners Anomaly making their way back, lining up for the low with 10 seconds remaining. Zero Gravity making their way as well. Can we get all 3 red robots up? Excellent mechanism, 2180, designed to just drive on and hang from low. As time expires.
And here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
We have just 10 more qualification matches to go here at the Hatboro-Horsham District Competition in First Mid-Atlantic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots in the upper goal for the Blue Alliance in that upper hub. That will give them a quintet. That quintet will make it easier for the Blue Alliance to get towards that additional ranking point. Meanwhile, for the Red Alliance, Neurobrights score one into the lower goal. 74-14, Retrobotics. They've got two pieces of cargo in hand. One of the red, one of the blue. They're able to get the red up into that upper hub for 2 points. While Fighting Robotic Owls and Blue Devils get an additional 2 for the Blue Alliance. We've got 1:30 left in this match. This is going to come down to who can cycle the quickest. We've got an additional 3 blue cargo in the upper hub and 2, thanks to the work of Blue Devils and Fighting Robotic Owls for the Blue Alliance, and Retrobotics and Neurobrights for the red. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Charge makes their way with 2 pieces of cargo into the lower hub. Meanwhile, we've got a grudge match between 365 Miracle Workers pushing their way around the field, trying to get Retrobotics off their mark. They're able to do so with that last shot. This is a match of who's got the stronger motors. Looks like Miracle Workers scared away by Charge, fleeing the area. "40 seconds remaining as Retrobotics are able to get yet another piece of cargo into the upper hub. One bounces out. One shot bounces out from Blue Devils. Fighting Robotic Owls on the mark. Meanwhile, 365 Miracle Workers precariously hung on the mid-rung at the blue hangar zone. Making their way up on the red with 15 seconds remaining. Neurobrights trying to latch back on with 10 seconds remaining. Retrobotics is on the mid. Charge is on the low with 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. Neurobrights able to recover.
And here we go with match number 66. Starting on our Red Alliance, give it up for Team 74-14.
Retrobotics.
And their alliance partner, Team 54-01.
The Fighting Robotic Owls.
And to round out their alliance, give it up for Team 22-34.
They're currently ranked 5th. Team 22-34 alternating current.
And over on our Blue Alliance, give it up for Team 103.
Cybersonics.
And their alliance partner, Team 272.
The Cyber Crusaders.
And to round out their alliance, give it up for Team 423.
Simple Machines.
Here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match 66 underway. 3 Blue Alliance robots taxiing off the tarmac. A great shot from the Red Alliance. Team 74-14 Retrobotics, followed quickly by a volley of blue cargo into the upper hub from Cyber Crusaders and Cybersonics. That'll be enough to give the Blue Alliance a slight edge as we go into driver control. It's still anybody's game, as many of these matches in the qualifications have been decided by 5 points or fewer. Over by the red tarmac, 423 Simple Machines. They're trying to get in the way of 5401 Fighting Robotic Owls. Owls just off the mark. They had the distance, they had the height. Meanwhile, Retrobotics from Perkiomen Valley High School, not quite able to do it, but for the Blue Alliance, Cyber Crusaders and Cybersonics, making shipping their priority. They're getting additional cargo into the upper hub. Another good shot by 103 Cybersonics for the Blue Alliance. That'll get them 2 additional points for getting that cargo in the upper hub with just over 1 minute remaining. Alternating current 22-34, showing what they've been able to do best all weekend. They're already on the mid-rung, taking their time, using that well-designed machine. They want to be able to get onto the traversal rung. 423 Simple Machines for the Blue Alliance lining themselves up to do the mid. That leaves us 2v2 on the floor. Shots high and wide. Team 103 Cybersonics able to sink the basket, as does 272 Cyber Crusaders from downtown. Retrobotics get one for the red. That whistle means we're under 30 seconds remaining. Red Alliance alternating current, precariously perched. They're on the high. They want to traverse with 20 seconds. Can they do it? Over on the Blue Alliance, it's getting crowded. Those robots look like with 12 seconds remaining, they're happy where they are. If Cyber Crusaders can stay off the ground, Simple Machines and Cybersonics on the mid-rung. With 5 seconds remaining, 3, 2, 1. Retrobotics for the Red Alliance able to get to mid.
And we are good to go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Quarterfinal 3 underway with the first score by Miss Daisy for the Blue Alliance with one piece of cargo in the lower hub. A little bit off the mark by 2180 Zero Gravity, restricting their teammates Redbird from being able to get additional cargo scored. As drivers take control, slight advantage to the Blue Alliance. It's anybody's match. 1640 Sabotage being able to place 2 additional cargo in the upper hub, followed by their partners Redbird Robotics with 1, 2 respondent from Blue, and yet another piece of cargo from the Red Alliance. These are 6 quick robots, evident by Velocity 5420 scoring up in the upper hub for the Blue Alliance. That's an additional 2 points. Miss Daisy gets 1 in the lower hub. Retrobotics just off the mark for Blue. That allows Redbirds to capitalize with an additional 2 cargo in the upper hub. That'll get them 4 points, followed by 2 from Sabotage. That gives an advantage to the Blue Alliance. Still has the lead according to our real-time score. We've seen how quickly those scores can fluctuate. That 2 cargo scored by Sabotage, that'll get the Red Alliance 4 more points. Our real-time score shows it's all tied up. With just over 1 minute remaining, Redbird Robotics in the blue area, they decide we don't like being near Retro. We're going to push them out of the way, continue on their path.
Here we go. Drivers behind the line in 3, 2, 1, go.
Quarterfinal 7. Miss Daisy's the first to score in that lower hub for the Blue Alliance, joined by Retrobotics in the upper. 3 scores by Blue. They're looking for a win to stay alive. Redbird aiming for the head referee. Not going to get you any points. As drivers take control, the advantage currently to Blue. They're looking for a win to stay alive and force a tiebreaker match in this quarterfinal. Retrobotics able to score in the upper goal. That's 2 points and an additional 2 for Velocity. Meanwhile, Sabotage just off the mark. We'll see if their teammates Redbird, they're able to track down an additional piece of cargo. They've got 2 in hand in the blue tarmac. Retrobotics trying to block him in. Their partner Zero Gravity pushing them effortlessly like there was no weight at all. That's a gravity joke, friends. Meanwhile, Zero Gravity, interesting strategy. They're playing keep away and push away. They've got 2 pieces of blue cargo in hand. Daisy is able to slide towards the blue tarmac. Redbird, they've got 1. Second one bounces out, and Retrobotics on their back. That's one of the tough decisions when you make it Assault Robot, being aware of your center of gravity. With 1:10 left, Blue's got the advantage on the real-time score, but that could be the break that Red needs to take the lead. With just over 1 minute remaining, 5420 Velocity, they've got 2 pieces of cargo for the Blue Alliance. They've got 1 shot up, followed immediately by 1 from Redbird on the Red Alliance. 1640 Sabotage there in the red tarmac. They've got 1 piece of cargo in the upper hub. And here comes Zero Gravity, pushing their way around. Miss Daisy says we're still going, planning routes with 2 pieces of cargo in the lower hub. 30 seconds remaining. 1640 Sabotage clawing their way to the top. They're already on the high rung, and just like that, they've traversed with 20 seconds remaining. Those hanging points could be the difference in this match. With 13 seconds remaining, Redbirds making their way to high. 9 seconds. Can Miss Daisy get to the high rung with 5 seconds? 3, 2, 1. For the Blue Alliance,